So what'd you learn, brother? What's your nationality?
Israelite.
You're an Israelite. What tribe? What tribe you from, brother?
Judah.
Judah. You from the tribe of Judah. Who we got? Yeah. Your father's so-called black man, so-called? Yeah, so you be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Now the brother, he told you about the laws, statutes, commandments that we had to start keeping. Right? Because all these things happen, like he said, because we disobeyed the Most High. The Most High gave us instructions to keep, and what we do? Disobeyed. So what? He's starting to. All right. Give me Hebrews 12. Go to verse 5. Just like any good father, what's your father gonna do when you go off? You do something you don't, and you do something he told you not to do. Any good father, he's gonna correct that child, whether it's by taking their toys away, just any kind of discipline, whether it's putting you in the corner. You know, we grew up, we wasn't getting put in the corner. Our father was taking out the belt. You understand? So that's the same thing the Most High is doing with us right now. Right, give me that 12 and 5, brother.
This Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto my children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord.
See that? He said, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord. You know what chastisement is? Punishment. Just same thing we was just talking about. Your father, he take a belt and he put it to your back. That's you being chastised. Is it because he hates you? Does your father do that because he hates you? Why does he do it, brother?
To make you learn.
To make you learn. It's because he loves you. To correct you. Read that one more time, brother.
And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth,
And the Most High, he chose us to put his name on us. Right, we're God's chosen people. So the Most High, he said, for whom the Lord loveth what?
He chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
See that? So we, as a people, we have to be scourged for our sins. We have to be disciplined for the things that we've done. So what? Now we have to come back and return to the Most High. Now we got to go and obey what the Most High told us to do. Because all this, we're telling you right now, all this is going to go away once we come back as a people and start serving the Most High. All right, so we're going to give you a couple commandments that you can go home and start keeping if you actually believe in this. All right, so give me Leviticus 19.
This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head.
What's that saying, brother? You know what that's saying? Read that one more time.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads.
What's that saying, brother? You know what that's saying? Okay, it's saying you can't bald your head. You can't go bald. Right? That's in a custom that the Egyptians. Yeah, you can't shave your head bald. Right? That was like Michael Jordan or Charles Barkley, all these people you be seeing. You know, whoever you see that are people. It's a lot going on back there. That's it. We gotta stay focused. You listen to brother? That's more. Because Most High said so. I mean, it's not. Is there a reason behind it? Was y'all? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was an Egyptian custom, but that's something the Egyptians did while we were in Egypt. That's where our people were getting it from. You see our people. Right. Give me Exodus 11 and 7. Right. We're gonna read this for you, brother.
Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference.
The Lord put a difference, read,
between the Egyptians,
read,
and Israel.
He put a difference between us. And coming out of Egypt, we were keeping some of those customs that they were keeping. And they were getting to a lot of different things that the Most High, he's against. That's what I got, Leviticus 18 and 1. Read 18 from the top.
18 from the top. The book of Leviticus 18 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt.
It says after the doings of the land of Egypt. Moses is telling us this because we were literally just coming out of Egypt. He said after the doings of the land of Egypt, read.
Wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
What the Lord say?
Shall ye not do.
See that? So we can't do after all these other nations what they do. the Most High separated us from all the rest of the other nations. So the Most High, he said we can't do specific things that these other nations was doing. All right, so that's one of the things that all these other nations was doing, or the Egyptian was doing. They was just balding their head. You see our people when they're in, have you ever seen any of our people in Egyptology or Nubianism? They got the bald head and then they got the ponytail hanging like the back. Right, that's something that's a custom that they were doing in Egypt. But the Most High said we can't do that as a people because we're holy, we're set apart. So let's go back. Let's read. Let's pay attention, man. Pay attention.
This is Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
The Most High said we can't mar the corners of our beard. What that sound like, brother? Can't shave it. Can't shave your beard. Shave it off. Take off the corners. Right, that's a badge of manly honor. Now what separates the boys from the men? What separates the female line from the male line? That mane, brother. So what, you got to keep that on your face. It was you lying? What was one of the first things they did after they took you off that slave ship? They shaved your head off. Shaved your beard off. They called you boy. Right? So they don't like when so-called black men, when they grow out their beard, because it brings out the doesn't bring out the masculinity in us, but it's that fierce countenance that we have. They want us to stay effeminized and have that effeminate spirit on us. So what, you got to grow out that beard, brother. Most High, he's commanding. This ain't our word. It's the word of the Most High. You understand? We just reading it to you. So the Most High said you got to keep it. That's a sin, right? Because sin is breaking the commandments of the Most High. All right. So brother, you gotta go. You gotta grow your beard out. Put some biotin, get some biotin pills, and get some oil. You said what? Oh yeah, you get the whole thing. Yeah, he do. You grow a good beard. All right, get you some oil, some beard oil. Get you a wooden beard brush. I mean, comb. You be all right, brother.
Right. How do we do it for job interviews, or we go to work? Sometimes you gotta go clean cut, like
we get it.
Certain jobs and stuff,
But you gotta pick who you want to serve. You gonna serve that dollar, that almighty dollar, or you gonna serve the almighty God?
Right.
So you just pick one, brother. All right. So we're gonna get you some more commandments real quick. Hey brother, we gonna get you some more commandments. Don't listen, look at all that folly, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
We can watch that. What's the next fight coming up? Yeah, you can watch that on World Star. Rodney, what's the fight coming up, brother? Rodney, what's the fight coming up? You can watch. We got paper, brother. You can stream that online after this, brother. You don't gotta watch this. Those are amateurs. You can watch pro stuff, brother. The good stuff.
Right.
All right. So let's pay attention to the words of the Most High. We're gonna go with the brother.
The book of Exodus 35 and verse 2. 6 days shall work be done.
The Lord say,
6 days shall work be done.
the Most High, he gave us 6 days to work. But what?
But on the 7th day there shall be unto you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord.
So the Most High, he gave us 6 days to do all of our work. But on the 7th day, we have to rest. It's called the Sabbath. Right, we're not supposed to work. You know what day the 7th day is?
I believe it's Saturday.
Saturday, right. Right. Today is the Sabbath. So what? The Most High said we have to rest. If the Most High didn't give us that law, the white man would work us to death. I worked at a job before. We had our people was in there 7 days a week. No, 8 hours a day. So what? The Most High said we have to rest on that 7th day to recharge our battery, to reverence Him. This is the Most High's most holy day, he said.
Right.
So read this.
That's when he rested.
Right, that's exactly.
He made the world, right?
Right. So how much more us? If the Most High rested, how much more should we be taking that into effect? You understand? So let's read that one more time from the top, brother.
Right. Exodus 35 and 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day there shall be unto you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Shall be put to death.
In ancient days, you were subject to be stoned to death, hung from a tree and cast on fire for breaking that Sabbath day. The Most High has given us grace and mercy, but that don't mean you break the commandments. Because the Most High, he's going to come and he's going to judge all the people that's doing against his commandments.
Right.
You understand? So now we have to start keeping these laws. We have to start keeping these commandments. So what? No working on the seventh
They got
day.
it twisted though, because now Sunday is like
Right.
It's the Sabbath, really, allegedly the Sabbath.
Right.
Everybody partying on the Saturday,
Right.
and drinking and partying, doing everything, what I'm saying?
Right.
Really twisted up.
Yeah, the white man came in to confuse our people to keep us in sin. You read that. Give me Daniel 7 and verse 25 for real quick for the brother. All these things is written in the Bible, brother. You're not gonna find out one thing not written in the Bible. The white man, the Most High told us years ago this man was gonna come, change the laws, change the times. Now you think, what time? When does a new day start, brother?
New day, what you mean?
What time does the day start?
I guess 7, 6.
I mean, what time do they say it starts in America? Say midnight, right? That's when the clock. That's when it hits midnight and your calendar changes.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
Right, but all these things, the white man came and he changed all of this. We're gonna read that for you.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
This he is a so-called white man. He speaks great words against the Most High. How? Because he calls himself God. Where's sweet baby Jesus? Y'all got one? Y'all got him? Yeah, turn that for the brother. This is speaking great words against the Most High, making himself the Most High. Right? So he said he speaks great words against the Most High. Read.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
As a people, we've been worn out by this man. What, working 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week, slavery, sun up to sundown. We've been worn out as a people. Go on.
And think to change times and laws.
The Lord say.
And think to change times and laws.
That this man has come and he's changed times and laws. Now you got the what? The Sabbath on what day? Sunday. Now you got like I said, 12 o'clock is what? 12 o'clock is a new day. We're going to show you what the new day is. It actually starts when the sun goes down. So your Sabbath comes in at sundown on a Friday night. We're going to show you that. All right, give me Leviticus 23 and go to verse 32.
This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 32.
Bring it up.
It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even.
That at evening. In the Hebrew, this word goes back to sundown, sunset, dusk. So the Most High said at evening, go on.
From even unto even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
So from evening until evening, that's how the day operates according to the Most High.
Right.
Not according to man, not according to this white man's science, telling you all these different things. We're not going with what man says. We're going to trust in the Most High.
Right.
The Most High said from evening until evening shall you celebrate your Sabbath.
Right.
All right? So that makes sense? We're going to show you one more thing you can't do on the Sabbath. Give me Nehemiah 10 and 31.
This is Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware and any victual.
Ware and victuals is merchandise, food, clothing. And if you see this is ware and victuals. You got people setting up. Yeah, the Most High said the people of the land bring ware and any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell,
that we will not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
See that? So the Most High said we can't buy and sell on the Sabbath day. You know how we would crash this economy if all of our people just came back to that law? You know we got the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. We have the most buying power in America. Buying all the white man's Gucci, Louis. What else? Prada. You know what we would do to this economy if we would just stop buying on that one day, like the Most High told us to do?
China too, you know.
So what?
Even from China.
Yeah, absolutely. Any nation. We would collapse this economy if we just came back to the Most High and did that.
Right.
So what? The Most High says we cannot work. We cannot. Let's go back to Exodus 35. So we can't. Yeah. And we can't buy and sell. Can't work. Can't buy and sell. We're going to show you something else. Read.
Exodus 35 and 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
What's that sound like, brother? You can't kindle fire.
On the Sabbath day.
Yeah. You might. Brother, come on, people smart. That means you can't. In the ancient day, what we kindling the fire is what? Like you getting sticks, you getting wood, starting the fire. For what? For warmth. For what else? For food.
That mean the whites can't kindle fire on the Sabbath. Put that, I don't understand.
It's work.
Oh, it's work.
In the ancient days, you were reading. We're gonna read in Numbers 15 chapter. A man he went and started gathering sticks on twigs on the Sabbath day, and what happened? He got stoned to death.
Oh, okay.
So what? Most High said we can't kindle a fire because that's work. And what's today's modern day kindling a fire for food? an oven, a microwave, an air fryer. So what? The Most High said we can't use those things on the Sabbath day. So what? You gotta prepare. You gotta get that done before the day before, right? Get you some cold cuts. Get you a salad. Eat that on the Sabbath day. All right, brother. So these are different things that our people we don't know. The church not teaching us this.
Right. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, the church not teaching that because they don't want you to know. They want to keep you in sin because they know the Most High, He's not going to be with us if we're in the midst of our sin. If we're in the midst of our rebellion. If we're in the midst of our iniquity, the Most High, He's not going to protect us. So what? They can do whatever the hell they want to us. But now we're learning that we have to come back to the Most High. You understand it, brother? All right, we're going to get you another law. Give me numbers, yeah. Give me numbers.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
The Most High said we have to make fringes in the borders of our garments. That's why you see all the brothers out here and the sister, we all got fringes on the bottom of our shirts. And this is royalty, right? There was a lot of nations back in the ancient time that kind of had these type of wear or garments. So the Most High said we have to put fringes in the borders of our garments. Go on.
Throughout their generation.
Meaning forever. Go on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
All the brothers, we have a ribbon of blue around our fringe. And this is royalty right here. Right, back in the ancient times, only kings, only priests, they were allowed to wear purple, blue, red, because these dyes, back in the ancient time, they weren't easy to make. There was a certain kind of bug and a certain type of process that you had to do to extract these colors. So what? The Most High, He allowed all of the children of Israel to be able to wear that blue. So the Most High said you have to have a fringe. Don't matter what color the fringe are. You see all the brothers, we might got different color fringes. I got the white, brother got the gold. Where your fringes at, brother? See that? That's fine. The maroon and what's that? Is that gold or cream? Cream? You said what? New, whatever. Okay, calm. And you can get the fringes to match your do-rag, brother. Any kind of do-rag you want, it's a fringe for it. I guarantee it. So what? The Most High said, as a people, we got to put the fringes on the borders of our garment, and we have to have the ribbon of blue. Go on.
Verse 39. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them. And do them.
So it's a reminder to keep the commandments. Because what we was all part of this world before, all doing all types of lust of the flesh, smoking and fornicating, eating different unclean foods. But the Most High, He gave us a reminder that what? We got to keep the commandments as a people.
Right.
We can't be doing after all the rest of these other nations is doing.
No matter how much you get tempted.
Right, exactly. That's the job of the Israelites. We know what to do, what's good and what's bad. These other nations, they don't really know. They might have an idea, but we literally have the laws and the instruction from the Most High on how to operate on the earth. So what? It's our job to fight those temptations. Even though we get tempted, we have to fight those temptations. It's called discipline. So that's what the Most High is teaching us as a people, is discipline. So what? We got to have the fringes to remind us of that discipline. You understand? So you got to go get you some fringes, brother. You can go on Etsy. You can go on Joanne's Fabric. There's brothers up here that sell fringes, sell shirts. You understand? So you got to tap in with your heritage. This isn't just a religion. This is literally your heritage. Our people wasn't always wearing Nike, wearing Polo, wearing what's the big belt they got? The Ferragamo belts, or the Louis Vuitton, the Versace, the big buckle belt, whatever it's called, whatever it's called. Yeah, with the diamonds all over it. We wasn't always wearing that. We was royal people. We had jewels.
It's crazy, this world, everybody's following. Everybody following each other now.
Right.
They're not gonna, kindle the fire on the Sabbath. Nobody do that shit.
Right.
You gotta eat, you gotta cook something. Like, nobody's gonna, obey you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, well, the Most High, He's gonna provide at the end of the day. Yeah.
Lost souls.
You know what the government calls all of these people? Sheep. Why? Because they all just follow whatever anybody say. But we gotta be bigger than that. We gotta be better than that. We gotta follow what the Most High say and not what man say. Right, exactly.